Hello, Anarchy fans. John Johnson here with you, and we are just a few short days away from Hardcore Hell 22, Saturday night, December the 26th, live on FITE TV pay-per-view. Now, this card is stacked. All the stars of Anarchy are going to be in the building. All championships will be defended. Right now, we're going to take a special look at the Anarchy Television Championship. This match will feature the Anarchy Television Champion Tyler Cullprett defending that championship against the returning Nick Halen. Now, it's been 15 years since Nick Halen has appeared in the landmark arena for Anarchy Wrestling. Right now, we're going to take a little look back in time, if you will, to July 30th, 2005. The very first hostile environment was also the last time we saw Nick Halen in the landmark arena. Right now, let's go to that footage from 15 years ago.
All right, Greg Hunter, I hope you get out of the way, or maybe not, who cares? But right now, two former partners are going at it tooth and nail in the ring. These two men right here, not only did they train together, not only did Nick Halen carry Skeeter Frost to Tag Team Glory, these two men went to high school together. And my sources have told me that not only did Nick Halen carry Skeeter Frost through his wrestling career, all 4 years of high school, Skeeter Frost said next to Nick Halen and cheated off of every single one of Skeeter Frost's tests.
Get it right the first time. And right now, fans, Skeeter Frost sends Nick Halen to the steel. Let's take you back a few weeks here at NWA Anarchy. This all started in a pair of tag team contests. Skeeter Frost blind tagged himself in an attempt to win the contest, what he thought was the best thing for the team, at the cost, I guess, of Nick Halen's pride. But fans, apparently Nick Halen taking homage to it, eventually flattening Skeeter Frost with a steel chair. You can hear his warped opinion of the situation. He said, "I made you who you are." And right now, Skeeter Frost out to prove him wrong. In fact, Skeeter Frost came out with a chair of his own. He lands on his feet there after the attempt at the iced out moonsault dropkick from Nick Halen. Fans, definitely bad blood brewing as these two former friends are going at it one-on-one. There's an old saying, good friends, better enemies.
Well, you know, better enemies. I mean, Skeeter Frost should have never started this. He should be down kissing this man's feet. Nick Halen is the sole reason why Skeeter Frost passed high school. Nick Halen is the sole reason Skeeter Frost made it into professional wrestling.
Where did you get all this nonsense?
I've got my sources. Don't you worry about where I get this nonsense, because it's not nonsense. Nick Halen, if it wasn't for Nick Halen, Skeeter Frost would not be the name he is today in NWA Anarchy. It's all because of Nick Halen. Skeeter Frost is where he's at. And Nick Halen got him there. Nick Halen is going to send Skeeter Frost back where he belongs.
Right now, Skeeter Frost is on the wrong end of this punishment from Nitro Nick Halen. And right now, fans, Skeeter Frost snapped mayor. And now Nick Halen, big boot to the back of Skeeter Frost. That'll white you out for a minute.
You know what? Let me ask you a question, okay? What if you were working with somebody that was selfish? What if you were working with somebody who, every time you had everything well in hand, they interrupted you and tried to take the glory for yourself?
I don't think I have to imagine that too hard. Right
well,
now, Nick Halen up on the second rope. And right now, fans, Nick Halen in control here of Skeeter Frost, shows him down, has a cover, a rather arrogant one at that, not even a count from Speedy Nelson. And right now, an alligator hold here applied, sometimes called a surfboard, one of the many variations of the maneuver, applied by Nick Halen, working on the back, shoulders, and arms of Skeeter Frost, an arm which, for the record, has been injured once before He was out for several months with a broken collarbone. And right there, fans, Skeeter Frost, Hurricanrana, release, and the man goes down. Skeeter Frost trying to get his whereabouts back about him.
And you know what? I was there that night that Skeeter Frost injured his shoulder. And who was it that drove him to the hospital? It was Nick Halen. And you know what? Skeeter Frost didn't even give him gas money.
What, did you get Nick Halen's autobiography or something?
I was talking to the man before the show.
That explains it all. Back elbow from Skeeter Frost. And right now, fans, boot to the midsection, sends him off. Skeeter Frost takes him up. Elevated facebuster. Cover by Skeeter Frost. 1, 2. And only a 2 count from referee Speedy Nelson. And right now, fans, Skeeter Frost still feeling the effects of the assault leveled upon him earlier in this contest. Looks for the boot. Nick Halen spins him around. Oh, he was going for that dragon screw. Got caught! Big sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2. And that is a benefit of having been best friends with your opponent. You know his every move, and he should know Skeeter Frost is a little more resilient. Schoolboy 2, and only a 2 count.
Well, you know something else that Nick Halen told me? Not only should Skeeter Frost thank him for everything he's done, the schoolwork, the wrestling, everything else, Nick Halen actually introduced Skeeter Frost to his first girlfriend.
Right now. Oh, move there up the top rope. And Frost counted it and had him cradled. It's over.
What was that?
Skeeter Frost countered that tornado reverse Russian leg sweep of Nick Halen and cradled.
Here we go.
He's got the chair again. What in the God's great earth? Oh my God.
Oh my, you know what? Oh my God, he's right. We gotta check on the condition of the chair. Have you ever seen Skeeter Frost's nose? His nose went in that chair first. That's a perfectly good sitting chair.
How can you think of the chair at a time like this? Skeeter Frost could be in some horrible condition right now, just having gotten his brain scrambled by Nick Halen.
What? A totally different landscape than it was back in 2005 as we fast forward to 2020. The night, October the 10th. The return of Anarchy Wrestling for Ultimate Anarchy 2. It would be for the Anarchy Television Championship. Let's go to the closing moments to show you how Tyler Cullprett won that championship. And then we're going to follow that up with a very special interview that I was conducting with the returning Nick Halen that Tyler Cullprett took exception to. Let's go to that
you had to use the cable, get to the center, and pull down that television championship.
Ricocheting off that ladder, I think Spiral might have hurt his ankle, and that could definitely hurt his climbing chances in this match.
Well, we saw on social media earlier this week that Matt Hankins has a vested interest in this match. He wants to bring back who he affectionately calls Telly back to the fold of the undeniable, but that might have not been the best idea to bring a ladder into the fray of all this chaos.
Yeah, because right now David Ali standing tall with the ladder, sizing up Will Caution. Will Caution just ate that ladder. Kevin Ryan comes in.
Everyone gets a ladder to the gut for their trouble.
I guess this is David Ali's way of saving the competitors in the match.
Yeah, maybe he's just saving the opportunity for himself.
David Ali is one of those guys who's definitely gotten much more aggressive in just the past year, and especially since our coronavirus closure. You can see a brand new flame, a new aggression in David Ali that we haven't seen much before.
Coast to coast with the ladder right into the sternum of Spiral.
Yeah, that right there, I mean, serving a lot of purpose there. And wait a minute, Brian Blaze just goes right after David Ali.
And David Ali takes it hard to the floor.
The problem that I'm having is after all of the punishment is dealt out, who's going to have the energy or the wherewithal to be able to even climb up those cables and get the championship?
Yeah, a lot of times it's these guys who are taking the breaks outside the ring that are going to have the biggest advantage because you're not expending as much energy. And you can see right there, feeling the effects of falling off of that cable earlier, able to finally catch his balance there. You know, when you fall from those heights and you're hitting your knees and you're hitting other, body parts, it's going to affect what you do. Tyler Cullprett just clothesline Will Caution out.
I don't know why, but Tyler Cullprett's my pick in this match, gentlemen. I'm calling it now. I've got Tyler Cullprett winning the television championship.
And that would be a good pick there. I'm leaning more towards David Ali, but also Will Caution.
Oh! Well, I'm going to go ahead and place my pick right now and say Spiral needs to get in the ring. He took out every other man, and he can win it right now. My pick is Spiral at this moment, gentlemen.
Spiral up and over, but look who's crawling up the stairs there, sneaking back in. Oh, David Ali there too, but I was pointing out Kevin Ryan was not involved in that, and now is Ali going up for what's Ali got planned here?
Ooh. And a kick right by Kevin Ryan to David Ali while he's standing up on the top rope. Not a good place for your balance.
Yeah, it's
what
hard.
What could they be thinking?
This is not going to be good.
Kevin Ryan has David Ali in a precarious position.
What is this?
What do they got planned here?
No, you can't do this. You got to think about your career, gentlemen.
It can't be what I'm thinking.
Not the Spanish.
Oh, the Spanish!
Oh, dear God!
The top rope to the outside.
All 6 men
My
are
God!
down.
Oh, but no, not everybody's down. We're looking over here. We got everybody down here, but I noticed one person's missing.
It's Cullprett. Cullprett with the ladder. Cullprett with the ladder. He's going into the ring.
Yeah,
every other man is outside on the ring. Outside of the ring, taken out.
That might have bit Matt Hankins in the butt, bringing that ladder into the fold.
Yeah, I was counting the bodies there on the camera and realized Cullprett wasn't there. He must have been going for that ladder the whole time. Oh, wait a minute, there's Spiral. Spiral fighting in. Of course, that's your pick there, Cross.
Oh, Spiral was my pick. Still is my pick. In firm control.
The welts all over the back of Spiral. You've just got the pain that these men are enduring to be the Anarchy. That's how much the Anarchy Television Championship means to these men and to this promotion. They're willing to go through this level of pain to bring that title home.
It means you're the best wrestler on Anarchy Television, and these men want that recognition. As you can see, a great shot there of Spiral and Will Caution.
And it's getting heated. Oh, and a big kick drops Will Caution.
And you can see that shot there, the television title in the center of your screen. Everybody fighting for that opportunity.
Spiral still closest to the gold at this moment.
The fans here in the Landmark Arena, they're conflicted. I mean, they have their favorites, but it's really hard to figure out just who they want to win this television championship.
I wouldn't play to the crowd too much, Spiral. You got a job to do. It'll cost you.
The Bosnian war child.
Wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute, getting caught up.
Will Caution with the power.
Oh!
Big power bomb there to Spiral. Will Caution now eyes the ladder.
Jeez.
And looks like he could be repeating.
This is incredible.
That ladder is an ominous presence in the ring. It's causing a lot of damage, a lot of mayhem. Will Caution is deciding to go the high route, the way this match was meant to be, and climb the ropes.
And there he is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Check out Cullprett. Almost tried to go for a spear, and he's just pummeling, laying the leather to Will Caution.
Laid it into the cranium of Will with those vicious blows.
Yeah, wise maneuvering there by Tyler Cullprett. As you can see, the 3 men in the ring right now, Cullprett, Spiral, and Caution. Outside the ring, we've got Blaze, we got Ali, and we got Ryan.
That was a knee strike right to the spine by Cullprett. Vicious, and to the face, up the jaw. Spiral could have been out.
And now he pushes Will Caution out of the ring. Very wise. Get the competitors outside the ring. Leave the ring empty for yourself. And now Cullprett trying to grab that ladder, but Brian Blaze holding on to it.
I say that ladder's nothing but problems. We need to get it out of here.
And right now, Cullprett and Blaze fighting for the ladder. Spiral comes in.
Check that.
Oh, that served up 2 purposes. He kicked Cullprett's hand off of it, but it went right into Blaze. Now Spiral hooks in Cullprett.
And a huge stalling suplex. my word.
These men are going to be feeling the effects of this match for weeks, maybe months to come. Just the battering on the inside of their body, the outside. The will to win is strong with all 6 of these men. They will accept nothing less than being able to climb that cable and get that title.
And right now, Spiral has his eyes set on one side, but on the other side, it's caution. Will caution.
Where's my pick at? Come on, Cullprett.
Spiral still in there.
You know, in climbing this cable, I mean, this is upper body strength. You're expending a lot of energy.
Oh, and a double foot drop kick to the face. Oh, and it's Will Caution who takes Spiral out.
Is he going to be a
no
two-time
way.
winner? That's what it's looking like. There's Cullprett. Oh, a low blow right to the exceptional one.
And that right there, a perfectly legal move with that low blow there.
No rules in this. It is as legal as if he had gotten a crowbar or that ladder.
And right now you can see Cullprett trying to get Spiral outside the ring. Turns his attention to Will Caution. Now rolling Will Caution. Also trying to get him outside the ring.
It is just Cullprett within those ropes right now.
That ladder is not going to be any use, it looks like. It looks like that ladder may be broke.
It looks like it's all twisted and warped from all the damage and the chaos that's ensued in this match.
Might as well throw it away.
I don't know how good it's going to be able to help Cullprett now.
And right now Cullprett trying to climb the ladder. Trying to climb that 15 feet to the top where that television title is.
And that's a wobbly ladder. He's climbing kind of slow. And David Ali out here in the corner.
Oh, and he kicked him off. Wait a minute. Is he going to win? He's right there.
Will Caution has his hands.
There's the patented umbrella that we've seen Cullprett use.
Everybody, get in the ring.
Wait a minute.
Don't let Cullprett win.
Whoa!
Oh!
Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh
here
my
is the winner
word.
and new Anarchy.
This young man was one of the top prospects when Anarchy Wrestling first started back in 2005, and then he disappeared. But it's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nick Halen. All right, Nick. It's been about 15 years since the last time you stepped foot here in the Landmark Arena. For those who do not know, Nick Halen was a rookie during the Wildside days. Teamed up with guys like Jay Fury, Skeeter Frost, had some great showings here against some of the legends of the Landmark Arena, guys like Murder One, Iceberg, Tank. I mean, you've been there with everybody. And then Anarchy started, and it seemed like you were going to be set on fire. It seemed like there was a fire burning inside you. And no quicker than the fuse was lit, it sizzled out, and then Halen disappeared. I'm going to give you this time right now to kind of talk about what went wrong with you.
You know, this is a funny business. It's not so much funny ha-ha, but funny nonetheless. So nearly 20 years ago, I stepped foot in this place, and I started training with guys like Rick Michaels, AJ Styles, Todd Sexton, the Lost Boys, Slim J, you name them, I was in here with them. They taught me everything. And in 2005, 15 years ago, Nick Halen had to make a decision and walk away. And in that time, I became a husband, I became a father, and more importantly than all that, more importantly than all that, Nick Halen had to find himself and become a man. JJ, in front of you, in front of all the boys in the back, and most importantly, in front of God and all these people as my witness, you will see Nick Halen prove that Anarchy Wrestling is where I belong. Whoa!
Anarchy Wrestling is where you belong. You know, I heard your name drops. Rick Michaels, AJ Styles, Todd Sexton. They all had some pretty good careers. How was yours? You see, in case you weren't paying attention, I am the new Anarchy Television Champion. I am a former Anarchy Tag Team Champion. How many championships do you have with Anarchy? I'm just asking.
0.
That's what I thought. You see, you weren't even here long enough your first go-round to be a has-been. No one remembers who you are, but this is where you belong. You don't belong in the ring where someone like me performs.
That's a nice little shiny toy you got there. And I'm up for that you are. Anytime, any place you want to put that TV title on the line, Nick Halen will be here to take it from you.
Are you kidding me? What makes you think you could just come in here, demand a title shot? You are not a contender. You're not even in the top 10, top 15. Anyone else back there deserves it more than you do. You have done nothing. Get out of my ring and you can interview someone who belongs here.
You know what? You're right. JJ, Tyler, congratulations, man.
Get out of my ring.
Alright, Tyler, all right. What an impressive showing you just had. I was in Anarchy 2, and you was an Anarchy champion. What words do you have?
What words do I have? Well, let me collect my thoughts for a second. JJ, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit disrespected by the fact that I wasn't the first person you came to conduct this little interview. Instead, you weren't even. Why are you still here? I told you that you do not belong in this ring. Get in the back of the.
Tyler Cullprett, a little miffed, if you will, that Nick Halen was getting the spotlight right after he won the Anarchy Television Championship. But we'll fast forward 1 month. Nick Halen, no longer talking, now stepping into the ring to see if he still had it 15 years later as he took on Kevin Ryan. Let's take a look at that match right now, and then we're going to follow that up with some words from the Anarchy Television Champion Tyler Cullprett, as well as a special look at Nick Halen.
What a great moment for Nick Halen here, making his return to in-ring competition in the Landmark Arena for the first time in 15 years and taking on a young man in Kevin Ryan. Nick Halen, somebody who I'm very, very familiar with, and in fact, dare I say, he's pretty much family for me. So this is a really cool moment to see Nick back in the ring.
You had the privilege of interviewing Nick Halen, the last Anarchy Wrestling we've had, and of course, Kevin Ryan going to come out and spoil the moment.
Well, no, it wasn't Kevin Ryan who came out. It was Tyler Cullprett.
They both look like little douchebags, so I'm sorry.
Tyler Cullprett came out and kind of ruined the moment for Nick. Nick left Tyler laying, but nonetheless, it's the first matchup here for Nick Halen in almost 15 years.
They look the same, they smell the same. I'm excited.
I can tell you are there, but Jonathan Feltner, chime in, sir.
A good reception for Nick Halen. I mean, that right there, capturing that moment with him coming in, and you could see just the expression on his face, just the gratitude of the reception from the Anarchy faithful. Nice takedown by Kevin Ryan, but just seeing his face represents all the good things about our industry and Anarchy Wrestling in particular. That good feel-good moment. I'm glad to see him back in here. And he is holding his own. Not a lot of ring rust on the part of Mr. Nick Halen.
After 15 years not being in the wrestling ring, you're right, Feltner. There is no ring rust so far.
Well, the reason why there's no ring rust is I can tell you that, in my talks with Nick, Nick has actually been in the ring working out. I mean, he's had some great sparring partners, has been in the ring working out, and one of the other things, too, and this is a very special personal moment, because it has been so long since Nick has been in a ring wrestling. Nick actually has his family here tonight, his son and his daughters sitting up in the crowd tonight. This is the first time they saw their dad wrestle.
What a moment for those youngsters sitting in the audience. Nick Halen will take Kevin Ryan right to school and a beautiful, beautiful arm drag.
You talk about his kids being in the audience. It doesn't matter what you're doing in this business. When you have a child in the audience watching you, it doesn't matter if you're reffing, announcing, commentating, doing whatever. That's a different feel in the air. That just makes it all the more meaningful, and I'm happy for Nick Halen. And it would be so much better. See that right there, Kevin Ryan needs to pop him in the mouth. I mean, if he can get a win over Kevin Ryan, that would just make his first match in 15 years so much sweeter. So much sweeter.
Yeah, Kevin Ryan has been very impressive. Nick Halen hit the ropes, baseball slide under. Oh, and just tripped up Kevin Ryan, who went face first in the apron.
Well, there's your punch in the mouth almost.
I got it close a little bit. I love it anyways. Thank you. Beautiful knife edge chop. Good stuff.
And I talked to Nick before. He said, watch what I'm going to do to this little punk's chest. Just going to light it up with chop after chop. I said, please do. Hit him in the mouth one time for me. I mean, we're supposed to be impartial here, but still.
And right now, Nick Halen giving chase to Kevin Ryan. Kick right to the midsection. As Kevin Ryan lifts the shirt up over the head.
Oh, here it goes. Little stank on that pepper.
Skin to skin.
I felt the need. I called Nick Halen the night after our interview here and apologized. Oh, wait a minute.
It got nuts there for a minute.
Yeah, and just a dive right out by Kevin Ryan. Taking control now on Nick Halen. A lot of disrespect coming the way from Kevin Ryan. Oh, right into the barricade.
Watch out, Jason. We're going out to in harm's way out there.
Still to come right after this matchup, we are going to have our huge main event. Tag team action as the team of the Anarchy Heavyweight Champion Shane Marks and Logan Creed take on the Anarchy Tag Team Champions Ben Buchanan and Griff Garrison. That coming up in our featured contest immediately following this matchup right here.
No titles are not on the line, are they?
This is a non-title match. It was originally scheduled to be a six-man elimination due to the injury of Billy Buck. It has now became a tag team match. Oh, and right there, Nick Halen firing back up on Kevin Ryan.
You got to believe with every shot that Nick Halen delivers to Mr. Ryan, that Tyler Cullprett, that face is in the back of his head, because like we've talked about, your interview with him on the last Anarchy taping, you were interviewing Mr. Halen, Tyler Cullprett, with the disrespect, got all up in his grill. So you got to believe in the back of his mind he is wanting to get some payback on Mr. Cullprett, the television champion.
Oh yeah, and right now Kevin Ryan showing that arrogance and goes the cover on Nick Halen.
That is arrogance personified. But a one count from our lady referee tonight. As in maybe sitting up. Looks like a clover leaf. Nope.
It's a variation of a clover leaf there. Did not arch the back over. Instead, putting all the pressure on the legs and the knees.
Very innovative submission maneuver on the part of Kevin Ryan. He is cocky, he is arrogant, but he's got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of promise. He's good. I mean, that's why he acts that way, because he is very good at what he does.
And we see he has brains, because as soon as Halen was getting towards those ropes, yanking him right back in the middle and applying another pressure hold to his submission.
Yeah, right there, that Indian deathlock into the chin lock there, arching it back over, and right now Nick Halen right there. Right there at the ropes, he's got it. That's going to force the break from Kevin Ryan. Of course, he has up until a 5 count.
Going to get all of that 5 count too.
I think Kevin Ryan would love nothing more than to spoil the homecoming of Mr. Nick Halen right here. That'd be a nice little notch in his belt.
And you see Kevin Ryan taking his time here. And to put this into a little bit of perspective, Kevin Ryan in his early 20s was in elementary school the last time Nick Halen had a match.
Wow.
So, right to the top of the head.
Well, you want to talk about school, he just took him right to school with that punch right to the face.
Nice thrust there by Nick Halen. Kick right to the head.
You wonder if the conditioning, you say he's been training, but anybody that's ever been training and been in that spot knows that training and actually being in a match is different as far as stamina and conditioning are concerned, and you wonder if that's going to play a part in Nick Halen's offense. But right now off the middle rope, able to duck it.
Kevin Ryan runs to the floor immediately, but Nick Halen giving chase.
Kevin trying to put a little distance in there. The pursuit picks up. Halen rolls right in as Kevin hooks him up. Wait, no. Is this it?
Going for the cover. Is that it? Is that it? He got him.
Here is your winner, Nick Halen.
Nick Halen picking up the victory there in a hard-fought contest, but the road for Nick Halen continues on in his first match.
Whoa.
Look out! Oh my! That Tyler Cullprett comes in with that umbrella. Right over the shoulder of Nick Halen.
That's garbage.
I've had a lot of time to think about your little cheap shot, Nick. You want to prove that you still belong? You want a shot at this? The comeback tour ends at Hardcore Hell.
So it seems like he's answered the challenge for Hardcore Hell 22, December 26th, Saturday night, live on pay-per-view on FITE TV. Tyler Cullprett, Nick Halen for the television championship. And coming up, it's main event.
This Saturday at Hardcore Hell, I will be defending the Anarchy Television Championship. And no, it's not against a top prospect of tomorrow, nor a star of the current crop. It's not even against a landmark legend, someone, a has-been. No, it's against someone who truly never was. Nick Halen. I know you feel like you have a lot to prove. You feel like you've got to show that you still got the gas in the tank. You want to show that you still belong and that you still have the heart for this business. But listen, Nick, I am not about to be the one that you prove that against. I am not going to be the happy fairy tale ending at the end of your book. No, this book will not end pleasantly for you, Nick Halen. I watched your recent outing with one Kevin Ryan, and while it was pretty impressive, here's the difference, Nick. This Saturday, you won't be stepping into the ring with a future star. You will be stepping into the ring with the right
now, the Anarchy Television Champion, Tyler Cullprett.
You know, time is a funny thing. Things change with time. Some things get better with time, but people, they grow with time. Tyler Cullprett, on December 26th at Hardcore Hell 22, me and you, we're gonna show everybody just how good you really are. But we're also going to show everybody just how good Nick Halen has become with time. I'll see you on the 26th, Tyler. And hell is coming with me.
Fans, don't forget, Saturday night, December the 26th, live on FITE TV pay-per-view, Anarchy Wrestling presents Hardcore Hell 22. You can be a part of it. If you can't be in Cornelia, Georgia at the Landmark Arena, make sure you're joining us live on FITE TV pay-per-view. For the whole Anarchy staff, I'm John Johnson, wishing you a happy holiday season, and we'll see you Saturday night, December 26th at Hardcore Hell 22.